It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. Moments away, it'll be the Sacramento Kings going up against the Dallas Mavericks at their home, American Airlines Center. And guys, for the Mavericks, playing above 500 in the last few weeks, not bad. They'd like to do better. We'll see if they can add a win tonight. Hold on to your seats, folks. Should be a wild ride. Whoa! Two athletic clubs facing off. Kenny, how do you expect this one to go down?
Ooh, lots of highlight reels, lots of highlight reels, lots of highlight reels, and great showmanship.
Should be exciting for the players and the fans. The team that takes care of the basketball will have the edge.
Okay, time for tip-off. We send it over to...
What are you riding, a horse, Ernie?
Woo! Kevin Harlan.
It's not a roller coaster, is it?
And now, your Dallas Mavericks starting five. At the point, 6'0", number 5, J.J. Barea. Man in the middle, standing 6'11", number 00, Enes Kanter. At the other guard position, 6 feet 7 inches, number 77, Luka Doncic. At small forward, standing 6'8", number 40, Harrison Barnes. At the other forward position, at 7 foot 3 inches, number 6, Kristaps Porzingis. Your head coach is Rick Carlisle. Mavs fans, your Dallas Mavericks.
The crowd is assembled at the American Airlines Center looking for a Mavericks win here in downtown Dallas. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brett Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. And right now for the Kings, they'd like to start this road trip off on a positive note. This has been a tough stretch of games for them, fellas, losing their last 4.
Kevin, there's just something about the road that gives a team to really come together. It's you against the world, and you can really bond and have a chance to become a closer unit, and oftentimes that can result in better basketball.
And it's the Kings to start out. Now Sacramento starting 5. Fox is at the point with Hield next to him at the 2. Down low, it's Bagley and Cauley-Stein. And it's Bogdanovich in at the small forward. Bagley with the bucket. When the super teams are dominant game after game, some people are going to ask, what's the point of even playing a game like this?
Well, in the regular season, I hear that all the time, and I sort of laugh at it because this is what the season is about. Sure. 82-game grind, having competition not only with opponents, but within yourself, within your team, battling for minutes. And we understand that a lot of these teams are built to win in the postseason. The regular season doesn't mean much for them. They're going to qualify for the playoffs, but there are other teams in this league, Kevin, trying to fight to improve. And on nights where you have opportunities to play against that kind of dominant team, a coach can say, see the potential, see what is possible. We just saw it here tonight.
And take some personal pride in your performance.
No doubt about it. And you can stack yourself up against these super teams that roll into your arena to find out exactly where you are. And sometimes winning a game like that for a coaching staff, they can say, let's use this momentum to build on it. We just beat one of the better teams in the league. So psychologically, it works in a lot of ways during a regular season.
Now, here's Fox. With a 24-point outing in their last game against Golden State. 5 to shoot. And it's Fox with the jam.
How about Fox getting up on the inside? Love to see the point guard rise up
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein.
No question, he got bumped on that shot. Kristaps Porzingis, standing 7'3". He's played power forward early in his NBA career, but with that height, his future, it could be at the center position.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Porzingis. And with Porzingis having the ACL tear, Greg, maybe losing some of his lateral quickness, perhaps accelerating his move to the 5.
I mean, part of his rehab was hitting the weights and just adding strength. I think, if anything, his offensive skill set, though, even more impactful at the 5.
That misses, so he splits the free throws.
Well, Porzingis plays with a high motor. We've seen in the early part of his career have very good starts to seasons and then struggling maybe in the second half of the year. We'd like to see that stamina all year long, at least for a full season.
Passes to Fox. Buries it down low.
Yeah, got to feel good about the way you started this one, guys, as he is making almost everything out there and giving his team a good, solid boost.
Now, here's Barea. 17 points for him last game against Phoenix.
And, guys, the other thing that he did well was just facilitate the offense, pass the ball around beautifully in that one, seriously put on a passing clinic.
Hits the three-point bomb. Bagley's got his second bucket of the night.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Barea kicks to Porzingis. Dishes it to Barnes. Fox with the steal. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. Fox has got 6 points.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. 6 to shoot. And Porzingis, here we go. And Bogdanovich picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
De'Aaron Fox, another hyper-athletic point guard out of Kentucky. Great size at 6'4". He can impact the game at both ends.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Let's take a look at Dallas. They're down in 10th place here in the middle part of the season. They'll need to make a move soon. And, of course, Sacramento, 6.5 games behind them.
And I think for Sacramento, nobody was calling on them to kind of set the world on fire. But even those modest expectations have yet to be realized.
Yep, any glimmers of hope that may have been there early for them have all just disappeared at this point. It's looking more and more like a season that will not end well for this team.
And De'Aaron Fox made his mark at Kentucky with his terrific on-ball defense. He puts a lot of pressure on you.
Yeah, I mean, he picks up 94 feet, and that's really how you set the bar for your team, with how hard you compete at the defensive end.
Here's Porzingis after the basket by De'Aaron Fox.
Well, it's like the defense has a bunch of matchbooks in their hands right now, playing with fire. They were fortunate that somehow he misfired on that one.
It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Barea with it. Now guarded by Fox. Nobody near Barnes. It's good. Great play set up by Barea.
You can blame some poor defense on that play. Just a total breakdown. Got to at least contest at some point.
Barea against Fox. And it's Bagley in the corner. The shot misses. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
And in part because I just thought they came out flat in that game and could never recover. Just not their best effort.
You could see the coach trying a few different rotations in that game, shaking things up, trying to get something going, but nothing was working.
Porzingis with the rebound.
The defense was solid there, smothering him close inside, and that's how you want to guard him.
And they're running. Good D by Barnes. Mavericks trailed by 11. Goes up from the top of the key. That's good from Doncic on the assist by Barnes. Doncic has got his first basket of the night. Hield the pass to Cauley Stein. Back to Hield. And good off the lead pass that time.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Barea finds Porzingis. Here's Barnes. Back to Porzingis. Over Bagley. And another basket for Dallas.
Porzingis with a soft jump shot there. Nice touch.
Sacramento leading by 9. Fox with it. 10 points for him. And here's Bagley. Back to Fox. Shoots over Cantor. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Dallas has gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by.
Well, he had the perfect opportunity to finish that one, guys, and just flat out blew it.
Bagley makes it off the glass. Bagley's got 7 points.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up a little more sense of urgency.
And the Mavericks call time here. Greg, as we know, Buddy Hield, a Wooden Award winner at Oklahoma.
I mean, he grew from nothing, his words, in the Bahamas. And his first hoop of crate he nailed to some plywood. Couldn't even afford the nails. Had to find those. So from there to here, what an incredible journey.
Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Kufis checked in for Sacramento. Bielitsa comes in for Bogdanovic. Tipped away. Here's Barnes. Second chance shot. Nowitzki, no good.
And that's just good offense. Surprised he blew that one, and the defense is too.
Here's Bielitsa, covered by Barnes. Kufis kicks to Fox. From deep three-point range, Sacramento with a fresh shot clock. Bielitsa with the bucket.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
Yeah, you can credit the play calling. Nothing really fancy, just imposing their will on the inside.
Now here's Porzingis. He had a 39-point outing in their last game against Phoenix.
Well, I think he was especially impressive on the glass. The defense had no idea what to do with him.
Kings leading now by 13 to the inside and finished off by Bagley.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
And already the lead is significant. Excellent play on both ends.
Here is Barea. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Porzingis kicks to Barnes. Kufis with the block. And he recovers it. Here's Doncic. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
And now let's get a look at the numbers for Harrison Barnes. He showed up every night and some noteworthy performances over the last month. Right around 21 points per, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he's really been pulling his weight. He's had a hand in some big plays here recently.
I think you look across the board right now, and he's just doing a much better job. The numbers bear that out.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Just incredible flow offensively. Everyone's doing their part. Let's see if they can sustain this early momentum.
Now here's Barnes. 20 points for him last game against Phoenix.
Porzingis playing with some heart now, never giving up or into the defense, muscling through that difficult shot.
Fox kicks to Bagley. Pass to Bielitsa. Sacramento moving it around. And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That's his first foul. A different look for Dallas. Measury comes in for Porzingis. And it's Lee in for Harrison Barnes. And a change for Sacramento. Farrell's checked in for Fox. Farrell looking around. Floats one up, and it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. Scal Labissière's checked in for Bagley. Just 4 to shoot. Three-pointer Hield. It's rebounded by Dallas.
And, Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
Now, here's Barea. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Lee passes to Doncic. From deep. It's rebounded by Labissière.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Here's Barea. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. Kicks it to Doncic. It's stolen by Labissière. Nowitzki with the steal. The pass to Mejri. On the wing, Lee from past the arc. Knocks down the 3-ball.
He's got no problem shooting off the pass, trusting his teammates will get it to him.
And here's Farrell. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. A 12-point game. Pass to Hield. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, Buddy Hield, not the biggest or most athletic player that's on the floor, but his work ethic is undeniable. He is a total gym rat. At Oklahoma, they had to lock up the balls. Otherwise, the guy would stay there all day long and all night.
First free throw is good. And Hield grew up in the Bahamas. The story goes they didn't have a court until he turned 12, so he built hoops out of whatever he could find.
Yeah, and whatever he found consisted of milk crates or bicycle rims that had rusted up, and he'd nail them up and shoot every shot he could at them, and they would get torn down, and he'd rebuild them again and again. He's shown that same determination in building up his game at the NBA level.
And the Kings not just rebuilding the roster, Brett, but also the franchise's reputation.
Well, agents and executives in the past year have been a little frustrated with the fickle leadership coming from the Sacramento Kings, and eventually those perceptions matter.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
Now here's Hield. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against Golden State.
Felt like he had a sense in that game that the defense was being over-aggressive, and he tried to take advantage of that. He continually frustrated them throughout the night and got to the free throw line.
Here is Barea. Scal Labissière picking up that last basket. Barea kicks to Doncic. From the top of the key, Sacramento grabs the miss. And this matchup with the Mavericks, it's the first meeting of the season.
And 2 teams here that were evenly matched a season ago as they split the season series.
Rufus. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And the second chance becomes a dunk we could feel over here.
GA, such a good, aggressive play in the paint. Offensive rebound, it's good.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
Well, that's the second part of the equation there. Block out, be aggressive, and control the glass.
Now here's Hield. A dependable source of points for his team, averages just under 24 points a game. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Labissière. Banked in off the glass. And the Kings lead by 18.
Still developing inside, but you see the potential from the BC Air. At his height, he's a threat to score.
And so it's the Sacramento Kings with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Now in the later stages of his career, Dirk Nowitzki talked about how special he feels marching his way up the all-time scoring leaderboard.
Makes you reflect. You know, milestones always make you reflect on everything. I've been really blessed.
And it's clear, GA, that Dirk still enjoys playing the game and draining buckets in a variety of ways.
You can't deny his legacy. Arguably the best 7-foot shooter in the history of our game, which is why he's so high up on that leaderboard.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. And guys, we've seen the Kings really take control here.
I mean, they're winning the turnover battle, and oftentimes that can swing things your way.
Well, they're taking care of the ball. They're attacking on defense, and this has them out to a big lead after one.
They've got Mejri. J.J. Barea is out there with Lee. Then there's Dwight Powell, and it's Doncic in at the threesome. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Now here's Lee after the miss from Buddy Hield. Lee outside. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. While we have a break, we can see which teams have made the most of their second chance opportunities over the last 10 games. The Mavericks number 1, the Kings in second.
I mean, both of these clubs rebounding at such a high rate. They're not just creating second chance opportunities, but even third and fourth opportunities at times.
Here's Farrell. 11 points for him in that last game against Golden State. Shoots over Barea, and good. He got the English that time as it falls. Farrell's got his first points of the game. Mavericks trailed by 18. Barea kicks to Mejri. And Buddy Hield is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Bogdanovich, who's checked in for Sacramento. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Now, here's Doncic. D right on him.
And somehow, some way, he couldn't get that one to fall from in between. Got to take advantage of the weak defense when you can.
Trains the three-pointer.
At least get a hand up. It's not too much to ask from a coaching staff. Just not intimidating defense at all on that possession.
Now here's Lee. He puts up decent numbers on a nightly basis, averaging about 10 points a game. Back to Barea. Courtney Lee is on the wing. It's good. Great play set up by Barea. Lee's got his second bucket of the night. So many modern offenses no longer rely on a point guard to initiate the play. Tell us a little bit more. Walk us through that process.
I think a lot of teams, Kevin, are getting more towards motion offenses, almost playing in a secondary break where you've either coming off a score, you're coming down the floor, the point guard gets off the ball, and with all the players moving around and with the multifaceted skill set of your small forward and your power forward who's now playing at the point, distributing the ball, setting screens, DHO, because of that skill set, you don't really have the heavy reliance on point guard domination with the basketball, setting up every play, and being the only playmaker on the floor. Now you have 3 and sometimes 4 getting that job done.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, the Kings signed some quality vets last season, but when the losses piled up, they decided to go young. Now, the focus is on development. The veterans still have a role providing steadying presence on the court and in the locker room. Kevin?
David, it certainly is a balancing act. Thanks for that report. Now, here's Bogdanovich. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Golden State. Shot clock at 3. Lee with the steal. And now here's Lee, the fast break opportunity. And that one is off. Good D by Bogdanovich.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's Farrell. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Dallas calls timeout.
Start it.
The Kings in 2016 in that draft swapping spots with the Suns, and they went from 8 to 13, and in exchange acquired the rights to Bogdanovich. Sacramento might like to do a two-over on that with the 13th pick, but Bogdanovich is certainly a keeper.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Porzingis is checked in. And then for Sacramento, Bagley comes in for Labissiere. And De'Aaron Fox subbed in for Bielitsa. Barnes outside. Now here's Porzingis. He's got 5. 6 on the shot clock. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Marvin Bagley. How his last 10 games have gone. He's right around 9 points a night, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's really been pulling his weight. He's had a hand in some big plays here recently.
I think you look across the board right now, and he's just doing a much better job. The numbers bear that out.
The three-pointer, no good. Well, Bogdanovich, highly decorated in Europe, Brent. 1 medals, a EuroLeague title, he did it all.
Yeah, over in Europe, known as one of the best players that was playing before coming over to the NBA. And last season, a 25-year-old rookie with some great presence, but he played a lot like a veteran.
Now here's Barnes, and we know he can score. He's averaging around 21.5 points a game.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Here's Farrell. They have a 22-point lead. It's the most they've led by. That one good for 2. Bagley's got 13.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Barea finds Kanter. Porzingis feeling it out a bit. Over in the corner, Barnes. Over Bogdanovich. Dallas, no good that time either.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
The question mark for De'Aaron Fox coming into the league was his jump shot, Brent, and his lone season at Kentucky, 21% from the three-point line. That climbed over 30% as a pro.
Well, hopefully he just has progression as a shooter in the league, and that'll be a major impact on just how far De'Aaron Fox's career goes, and if maybe one time in the Western Conference he'll participate in the All-Star game.
Free throw good, Fox. This is the 2nd year with the sponsored patches on the jersey, advertising more or less. Have you gotten used to seeing those things?
Yeah, I think it was no problem last year.
They're small, they're unintrusive.
Yeah, some
right?
teams did some really cool creative things with the color schemes, and I don't think we've seen the last of that, Kevin.
We see it in European games on their jerseys.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to recognize the number with how many advertisements are on the jerseys. But
billboard.
Yeah, I don't think we're done with it yet.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration.
Yeah, when your shot's in the fridge like this, it's easy to lose your confidence, and that's why some of the most prolific scorers, they have short-term memories.
And here's Barea after Marvin Bagley getting his shot to go from deep. Porzingis passes to Lee. Barnes against Fox. To the paint, here's Bagley. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Love their strategy, and they've been able to execute on it, building a huge lead.
Now here's Barea. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Porzingis against Cauley Stein. Porzingis finds Kanter, and Kanter throws it down.
Pretty unselfish play there, right? Porzingis finding the open man, and he's more and more comfortable and more aware of everything going on around him.
Bagley.
And a terrific percentage here in the first half. You got to love their rhythm and the flow with which they're playing.
I also like the adjustments that they've made. Each time they're defended a little bit differently, they seem to have the answer for it.
And that one's good, Barnes.
Textbook bounce pass there, perfectly timed.
Sacramento's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Here's Farrell, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And Yogi Ferrell, the undrafted Indiana product, went undrafted after staying all 4 years in Bloomington, but he has shown, Greg, to be a very strong player.
Yeah, and Ferrell is the perfect example of why you give a 4-year player a chance. Knows how to make the most of his time on the floor. I think he could start for a team, maybe be the 6th man, lead the second unit, play off the guard. He is just such a versatile player.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
And he makes the first. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Dallas. Harris comes in for J.J. Barea. He hits both from the stripe. Now Harris. It's Nowitzki, top of the key. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Nowitzki's got his first basket.
Guys, he can get this shot anytime he wants.
You bet. With his height, not many defenders are going to challenge that mid-range jump shot.
Fox. No good. Shot missing. And it's Dallas the other way. Here's Lee. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And Courtney Lee staying calm right there, under some pressure, and a capable scorer.
And Courtney Lee out of Western Kentucky, a consistent 3-and-D veteran.
And, you know, more of a journeyman's career, but I'll tell you what, he's a winner and competes, does those little things, and, boy, he makes some big shots.
Buddy Hield, he's checked in for Yogi Ferrell.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That free throw from Lee is good.
So much to like about Courtney Lee and the consistency with which he brings his lunch pail to the job. A high-character guy, has played in some big-time games, plays with toughness, and plays very disciplined. Great guy to have on the roster.
And it's good, 2 points. And that's 15 points for De'Aaron Fox.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Harris kicks to Lee. And good coming on the assist from Devin Harris. Lee's got 12 in the game. And since Lee entered the league, almost half of his total shots, Brent, have been from 3.
Yeah, well, that's his game. He's relied upon it to help out spacing offenses, and he takes good shots. That's what I like about Courtney Lee. Almost 40% for his career from the three-point line.
And Sacramento has possession. A nice shot by Bogdanovic.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Mavericks. They're off to Denver after this game as they apply their skills at the Pepsi Center. It sets in motion a 4-game road trip for them. Bagley with the ball. He's against Porzingis. Bagley, no good. Barnes kicks to Harris. Outside, Porzingis. Shot clock at 6. Cauley Stein against Harris. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for Sacramento. On Monday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Then on Wednesday, They'll go up against Russell Westbrook and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best, but if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. For Dallas, they have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game. Kufis checked in for Sacramento. Bielitsa comes in for Bogdanovich.
One shot, gentlemen.
Something the NBA has tested out in the G League, Brent, coaches' challenges. What do you think?
I think the idea of making sure that the handkerchief matches the tie is a great idea.
Only you would say that. Only you would say that.
I'm just worried with some of the casual styles in the NBA that it's not going to be accessible. But
I think you're right.
I think it's going to happen, and I think it's going to be interesting for the league. But it's going to happen.
Anything to make these coaches do more, make more decisions.
Make more decisions and make decisions that you know can impact whether or not your team wins the basketball game or loses it. Because after a referee makes a determination that you think might be the other way, or they don't look at a replay where you're sure and certain that you could get possession, I'm reaching for the hanky.
Here's Fox. Harrison Barnes picking up that last basket. Fox passes to Hield. From downtown, and Lee pulls it down.
Well, the team is still up despite him struggling, so hopefully he'll find his rhythm.
He kicks to Harris. Up top, Porzingis. Nowitzki dishes to Harris. The 3 from Porzingis bangs home the trifecta. Porzingis has got 8.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
Fox passes to Bagley. To the paint. They kick out to Hield. To the middle. And finished off by Bagley.
Yeah, great timing there. Bagley gets off the ground so quickly, gives the defense no chance to react.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Now here's Barnes. He has 7. Harris finds Barnes. Tries again. That one a little long.
He seems to be forcing just a little bit out there. He needs to play a little calmer, a little smarter, with a little bit more poise if they're going to win this one.
And one of the youngest rookies when he came into the NBA, Bagley reclassified in high school so he could get to college a year early.
It's his first trip to the line.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
That free throw, no good.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Dwight Powell's checked in for Porzingis, and Doncic is subbed in for Harris. He hits the second from the line. Here's Lee. 12 points for him. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Beautiful execution from him, building off a great first quarter, looking unstoppable here.
The Mavericks have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
One shot, gentlemen.
The free throw drops for Lee.
Courtney Lee, the journeyman, continues to excel no matter where it is that he unpacks his bags.
Healed outside. Sacramento again missing.
The defense not so good. And when you're deep inside like that, you got to come through.
And so it's the Sacramento Kings cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. Their defense has been active and effective. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks. Here with Coach Yeager. Coach, how do you keep control of this game going forward?
Well, we can keep them out of the paint. You can't play like you're up 4 touchdowns. Try to guard the basketball. They put their heads down. You can't be unaggressive. You got to be aggressive.
Coach, we'll see if you can keep up that defensive intensity. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports, the halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Boy, we have a lot to discuss. A tremendous game we're seeing from Marvin Bagley. He had 23 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 steal. His last game out, he was just not himself. But tonight, he has rounded right back into form with a very solid first half. What'd you think about Sacramento, Kenny?
For what I've seen so far, there's a lot to like about Marvin Bagley. We're talking about a 4-5 who can handle the ball like a guard, and he attacks with suddenness. Grab a rebound and instantly start the offense. He's the very definition of the modern big man.
And looking at Dallas, Shaq, your thoughts?
Well, they got a ton of issues to work on. Allow way too high a percentage to be shot against them. Not really showing any energy on defense. No discipline. Look at their faces, Ernie. Do they even want to be here?
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
The skyline of Dallas illuminating the night sky as we welcome you back to the Lone Star State. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. We're seeing a tremendous game from Marvin Bagley.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half, and he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Yeah, there's not any guy defensively that was bodying him up or contesting the shot, so right now he's feasting.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Getting underway here in the second half, here's the 5 for Dave Yeager. On the wings, Hield and Bogdanovich. Down low, it's Bagley and Cauley Stein. And it's Fox in at the 1.
And giving up a lot of inches, he was still, though, determined to make the play.
Yeah, this is the time you can use that word, tenacity. Some guys wouldn't even try that shot, but he goes in there undeterred.
Now, here's Bagley. Puts it up from 12. Barea pulls it in. Mavericks trail by 20. Passes it to Porzingis. Inside, outside for Barea. Porzingis passes to Barnes. Back to Porzingis. 6 on the shot clock. Barnes outside. Takes the 3. He doesn't hit that one.
That's like milk on a hot day, just a bad decision. Absolutely no reason for him to be taking those shots.
Bogdanovich has gotten just 1 of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. Tipped away, and so the ball is out of bounds. Bogdanovich touched it last.
And though some were skeptical of the contract Harrison Barnes signed, he's lived up to it. Not an elite player yet, but is emerging on a franchise caliber level and continues to improve and is strong and consistent really on both ends of the floor.
But his struggles are consuming the rest of the team here tonight. He's got to find his rhythm and find it fast.
A pass to Fox. Kicks to Bagley. Bogdanovich passes to Bagley. Here's Cauley Stein, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Personal foul.
And Greg, with Barnes, beyond what he does on the floor, he does everything right off the floor.
Yeah, I mean, this organization just loves his intangibles and demeanor as a leader. Incredible work ethic that allows him to keep refining his game. Still very young and is growing into the player this team hoped he'd be.
And that one misses.
You wonder what the next step is, and for Willie Cauley-Stein, what he's done in the offseason to improve himself offensively. Maybe a few more things in the footwork category will help him out.
Porzingis kicks to Barnes. Over Bagley.
Able to guard multiple positions, Bagley's athleticism and speed helps a ton on this end.
Three-pointer, Hield gets the three-pointer to fall. Hield's got 9 points.
This is what he does. Find space on the perimeter and then sink the three.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Barnes. That one off the back iron and out.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
And it's Barnes with the ball for the Mavericks. Porzingis passes to Doncic. Here's Barea. And it's Fox with the rebound. Fox has got 4 rebounds in this game. Down low, here's Bagley. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 3 assists in the game. Dallas calls timeout.
You know, when Marvin Bagley entered the league, there were some questions as to which position would he play, but the versatility he brings is special. He can guard a number of positions, score inside and out, and he is a tremendous rebounder.
The Kings making a switch here. Labissiere's checked in. To the middle. Porzingis kicks to Barnes. Buries the long-range jumper. 10 points for him.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Fox against Barea. Fox passes to Hield. Labissiere with the ball. The pass to Bogdanovich. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. That's a 2 from Barnes. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Barnes has got 5 points now this quarter. Hield kicks to Cauley-Stein. Over Cantor. The short one's on the money.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Now here's Cantor. And here's Barea. Barnes finds Cantor. 6 to shoot. Pass to Barea. Shoots over Fox. Barea, no good. Barea against Fox. Doncic with the steal. The 17-footer goes down. Doncic has got 6.
And he's got a good handle, excellent body control. Doncic is a threat to pull up from anywhere.
Here's Labissiere. Back to Hield. Fires the 3. Bangs home the trifecta.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Barea. Passes it to Porzingis. That shot, no good. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. They've got the Timberwolves ahead of them next in Minneapolis. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Here's Fox. They get it back. Bogdanovich. Good D by Barnes.
Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
Doncic passes to Barea, and he makes that one. Barea's got 4 this quarter.
Just a super unselfish guy. Doncic is all for getting his guys going, enjoys setting the table.
Fox kicks to Cauley-Stein. Back to Fox. He dishes it to Labissiere. Sacramento moving it around from deep. And that's good. A nice job on the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Yeah, good timing there from Scal. Good at out-hustling the defenders to get on the glass.
Pass to Barnes. Out to the right wing. Here's Cantor. Again, the Mavericks score.
This is the thing about Cantor. He has the size to muscle through contact and the good touch to boot.
Fox against Barea. Fox kicks to Labissiere. Back to Fox. Bogdanovich left side. Over Barnes. Bogdanovich, no luck.
It has to be frustrated out there right now. His teammates are really picking up the slack for a lackluster offensive night.
Right side, Porzingis over Labissiere, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
When the guy is capable of so many things like that on the offensive end, anytime you lose sight of him, he's got a huge advantage.
Fox against Barea. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Bogdanovich has got 5.
Pretty calm on that one. Bogdanovich staying with it even under pressure.
Barea looking for an opening. Over in the corner, Barnes. 6 to shoot. Over Bogdanovich. Barnes can't get it to go.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Now Barnes. After the missed 3 from Buddy Hield. Now here's Barea. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game.
Well, this is the area where Cantor can really unleash his offensive arsenal. Difficult guy to defend inside.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first.
And looking at Luka Doncic, incredibly mature for his age. Physically, the broad shoulders, weighing in about 230. Mentally, though, advanced understanding of how to play the game.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Mike Powell comes in for Porzingis. And Lee's subbed in for Harrison Barnes. Then for the Kings, Kufis checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Bielitsa comes in for Bogdan Bogdanovich. And Yogi Ferrell subbed in for De'Aaron Fox. Here's Ferrell. 8 points for him. Labissiere in the corner. Sacramento again missing. You know, Greg, it's amazing that Doncic, at his age, could already have such a complete offensive game.
I mean, a terrific skill set. In Europe, Doncic spent plenty of time as a primary ball handler. Obviously can score in a number of ways, just a versatile threat.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. The Kings have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
One shot.
And Hield is a player who you love to see take trips to the free throw line, as consistent as he is there.
Barea finds Nowitzki, and that's a foul called on Yogi Ferrell. That'll be his second foul of the game. Devin Harris is checked in for Dallas.
Devin Harris.
And stolen by Kufis. Feeds to Heel. Farrell passes to Labissiere. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Devin Harris. That is his first foul of the game. Mavericks on D. Koufos kicks to Farrell. 5 to shoot. From deep three-point range.
And it's just encouraging to see Luka step up on defense. Must continue to bring that type of intensity.
It's Bielitsa. No good off the front iron. Dallas has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Now Doncic, 6 points for him. There's the dish to Powell. Shot from 12. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Koufos has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Lee against Hield. At the top of the key, Labissiere. Back to Hield. It's Bielitsa. And that one comes up a bit short. And it's Harris with the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. To the paint, and Nowitzki at the stuff.
Lee does a great job of sticking with it and then finding a teammate.
Kings leading now by 23. Farrell passes to Bielitsa. At the elbow, it's Koufos. Back to Bielitsa. They kick out to Hield. They get it back. Bielitsa misses. Dallas shooting 47% from the field in the third. And it's Lee, that time on the assist by Doncic. Doncic has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Farrell passes to Labissiere. The pass to Hield. To the inside, Koufos. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Well, that's good teammate stuff right there. Looking for your guys. Buddy Hield has a strong feel for when to give it up.
Nowitzki outside. 43 seconds left in the third. Harris kicks to Nowitzki. And goes to Koufos, picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Measuring, he's checked in for Harris. Bagley, he's checked in for Sacramento. We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter. Nowitzki outside. He kicks it to Lee. 4 on the clock. It's tipped.
And a skilled shot blocker to boot. Love how Bagley uses that height and reach to stifle shooting.
It's rebounded by Doncic. Here's the teardrop. No good from Lee.
You can't miss those kind of looks. The defense seems to be a little nonplussed so far in this one, but he flat out missed it.
And so it's Sacramento cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the floor for Dallas, Nowitzki is out there with Dwight Powell. Then there's Measure. Then it's Lee, and it's Doncic in at the 2. Here's Farrell, defended by Nowitzki. It's deflected, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And now here's the upcoming schedule for the Dallas Mavericks. On Tuesday, they'll be taking on Paul Millsap and the Denver Nuggets. Then on Thursday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And for that game against the Warriors, it's a chance for them to come out and knock off the top dog in the league. A win there can be a big step forward for this team.
Nowitzki, no good. Sacramento leading by 22. Healed outside. And there's the call on measure. That is his first foul of the game. About a quarter of the players in the NBA were born outside the USA. Brent, could that percentage swell to half within a couple decades?
I don't think we're ever going to get that far with foreign-born players, but it's exciting to see all the representation around the league. We've certainly had some standouts, and I'm a little bit sad that this year might be the last year we see one of the most incredible players, if not the best European player the league's ever seen, in Dirk Nowitzki, probably retiring in Dallas after the year.
Powell kicks to Doncic. It's blocked.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Pass to Farrell. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Koufos the pass to Farrell. The 3 ball. It's rebounded by Dallas. Doncic has got 4 rebounds in this game.
He's been a little bit disappointing in this game. However, his team has his back. They need a little bit more help from him.
Passes to Farrell. This one for 3. Mavericks with the rebound. Powell with it. Players are talking about the new sports science. Better sleep, recovery after lifting, playing, traveling, whatever it is. They say it's making a difference. What do you think?
I think it only makes a difference if the guys put it into practice, Kevin. Like, as much information as they can hand out in a team meeting and sort of give you directives about how it is you should rest and when it is you can get your sleep, players won't see those benefits unless they're as disciplined as they are with trying to get better in the offseason as they are with making sure that they get proper rest to be at their athletic best for competition.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Barnes comes in for Dwight Powell. And Barea subbed in for Lee. The Kings also with the sub. Fox is checked in. And finished off by Bagley.
And more improved floor awareness for De'Aaron Fox.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Barea finds Nowitzki. It's good. Great play set up by Barea. Barea's got his 3rd assist on the night. Fox against Barea. From the top of the key. Mejri with the rebound. Mavericks trail by 19. And here is Barnes. Pass to Mejri. Barea with it. Now guarded by Fox. Here's Mejri.
2 shots, gentlemen. 2. That's his first. Okay. 2 shots. Two.
He's off on the first. Sacramento making some changes. Cauley Stein comes in for Koufos, and it's Bogdan Bogdanovic in for Bielitsa. He hits the second from the line. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Hield kicks to Fox. Back to Hield. And there's the pass to Bogdanovich. Shoots over Mejri. And he overshot that one, missing.
That's a great effort on defense. He definitely rushed his shot a little bit down low.
Here is Barea. Pass to Doncic. 6 on the shot clock. Nowitzki kicks to Barea. From deep three-point range, a rebound by Hield. Hield's got 4 rebounds in this game. And Fox has it in the corner, drains it from beyond the arc. And the Kings lead by 21.
Well, Fox trying to work on that outside jump shot, become more consistent. Nice bucket there.
Now here's Barea. One team owner proposed that we should abolish the draft and have free agency for rookies, maybe giving lesser teams a bigger pool of money to spend. Just some of the ideas that these teams are in the league is throwing out there.
Well, that's an interesting idea. The one that I heard about last summer was in Houston trying to flip-flop free agency and the draft so that all of a sudden what you can do is draft players after it is that you've made all your free agent acquisitions, so you could draft positionally. You know you're set up for your team next year. And the more I've thought about that, Kevin, coming into this season, the more I like it. So we'll see what kind of traction that gets.
Dallas making a switch here. Cantor's checked in.
Well, the quickness of De'Aaron Fox really is incredible. I got a chance to see John Wall early in his career, and it was the speed that we talked about, but speed can kill. And if De'Aaron Fox can control it, he'll be fantastic at creating opportunities for himself and his teammates.
Kicks it to Bagley. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got assist number 5 here tonight.
Right now they're winning because of him. Love the shots that he's taking, and he's got the green light.
Fox against Barea. Cantor, high post. Barnes, right side. Barea against Fox for 3. Barea, no good. Sacramento's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Hield outside, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation. The league and players union, Brent, both have expressed supporting guys who express their views and social concerns. You like that?
Well, I think it's amazing the way the league has backed some of the avenues with which players have used their voices.
Embraced.
Well, extending well beyond just saying things, Kevin, because we know actions speak louder than words, and there are so many guys around our league that do important philanthropic work. But the fact that the league supports all of those things, the fact that you see Adam Silver show up at some of these events, or that there's press releases from the league office about some of the things guys are doing, there's amazing cohesion when it comes to the league and its players, because they understand that everything that they're doing has such a significant impact in the communities in which they live in and around the game with which we all love.
Well said. Barea dishes to Doncic. Back to Barea. Traps in the tray.
He can be just lethal from the perimeter. Even though he didn't get good looks in the first quarter, will that make right there? That can change things.
Fox passes to Bogdanovich. Now here's Hield. Now Cauley Stein to the right side. Bogdanovich wide open. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. And it's Barea with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Trailing by 19. To the paint. Here's Cantor. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by the Kings. Bogdanovich has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Well, he's got a baton in the right hand as he's orchestrating what's going on. A maestro, if you will.
Well, Brent, we're seeing the Hack-a-Shack targets improve their free throw shooting. Rules changes might curb the strategy, though, going forward.
Well, it's been nice to see that NBA players have worked on a weakness of theirs, free throw shooting in particular, to be better and be somebody who can stay on the floor to impact your team's winning. We saw that last year, Andre Drummond being a prime example. The other thing, Kevin, that we've seen too is coaches having to implement strategies, not just to do the hacking, but in terms of their substitutions and who's on the floor. So interesting thought processes from both ends, but mostly go shoot some free throws, guys.
Yeah, practice.
Practice.
2 shots.
And that one falls for Cauley-Stein. Well, Greg, and Willie Cauley-Stein, a live wire 7-footer.
I mean, he's got great foot speed for his size. I just like to see him really become more aggressive offensively and try to improve that skill set. But his mobility is so desirable in today's game.
And he makes both free throws. Here's Barea. Dishes it to Doncic. He kicks it to Cantor. Looking to get it going. And the dunk by Doncic.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
Barea against Fox. Passes it to Hield. You look around the NBA, amazing players, global interest, franchise values are going through the roof. You feel like the league is entering a golden age, if it's not already in a golden age.
I think it is, Kevin, at least offensively. What we've seen over the last 5 years with the adoption of most of the teams of the three-point shot, it's been some of the greatest offensive basketball the league has ever seen. And this idea that the evolution of the game stopped when it is at number 23 retired is kind of silly. I love where the game is at. I love where it's going. And I'm excited to be here tonight to watch this action with you.
Which number 23? We've got 2 pretty prominent number 23s in the history of this game.
I was thinking the
most
one
recent
I played
23?
against. Yeah,
oh,
that
guy.
23. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah. Barea finds Nowitzki to the left side wing. Doncic passes to Cantor. Over Cauley-Stein. Cantor's shot is off.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Cantor against Fox. Pass to Hield. Kicks it to Bagley. Kept alive by Sacramento. Cauley-Stein's shot is good.
Talk often about physicality of bigger players. Cauley-Stein, one of those guys who fits into that category.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Cantor inside. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Outside for Barea. Sinks the three-pointer. Barea's got 10 points in just the second half.
Like the execution there from Cantor. Usually likes to score, this time with the pass.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Barea against Fox. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
Game is so wide open now, Brent. Such a great pace. Does that put more strain on bigger players physically?
I think it's putting strain on everybody.
Yeah.
I think last year we saw...
regardless of size.
Yeah, injuries to every position, the key guys at every position. I think that some of the physical motions that players have to perform in games because they're covering more ground and in susceptible positions. It's happening to everybody. The issue with the big guys, Kevin, is they're not playing. Less of them are getting more important time on the floor, so it's a strain on everybody.
The pass to Farrell. Back to Fox. Basket, good. Fox has got 23.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Kings.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this was a great team effort by everyone.
And now, for the year, this is going to take them to 7 wins.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Marvin Bagley.
They looked aggressive on the offensive end, and that compounded into lots of great opportunities that he capitalized on.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Willie Cauley-Stein, the 6th overall pick back in 2015. Brent, how do you evaluate his progress as an NBA player?
Well, I think it's been a tough situation in Sacramento with so much changeover in personnel, a coaching change as well. And he's still pretty raw offensively. He was drafted out of Kentucky as a defensive player, and that's so far where mostly his impact has been felt.
Fox against Barea. Pass to Finney-Smith. Inside, here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
And finally hitting their stride. This is the run they needed earlier.
Well, easier to do once the game is on ice, as your opponent sometimes has a tendency to relax.
In the corner, Farrell. Good, and a nice assist from Fox.
And saving their best for last. Tremendous run here to seal the win.
And you could just see everything coming together like a perfect storm, and they just rolled on through.
Bounce pass, Barea. Powell kicks to Finney-Smith. From deep, Barea. Sacramento grabs the miss. Fox with it. And so it's Sacramento easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that about wraps it up. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.